What's going on? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the dinner table with Q and She.
Hey, hey, hey.
Another episode of the dinner table, man. Shout out to the engineer book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This dreary Thursday evening. It's been kind of gray all week. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess, did I say Saturday's supposed to be like 80 degrees?
Oh, really?
I think it is. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's still, I didn't see if it's supposed to be sunny or not.
Sunday.
Sunday? Okay, it was Sunday. I know one of them days this weekend it's supposed to be nice.
The temperature was still nice today, though.
Yeah, it was just like a little mist. You know what I'm saying? All day. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for tuning in again. Once again, this is Thursday. We do it every Thursday at 7 p.m. Man, this is the dinner table with Q and She. What we got? What we talking about? Oh, listen, Boog, did you hear that they got 18 NBA players that has been manipulating the health and dental insurance, right?
I saw that.
Yeah, they got
Almost $4 million worth of fraud.
Really?
A fraud.
Yeah.
NBA players?
18
Yes, former NBA player.
Oh, former.
Yeah, former. They, you got a couple of them that's tied to Michigan, like Shannon Brown.
Oh, wow.
Allen Anderson.
Really?
Yeah, and Shannon Brown, he was married to Monica, right? And was that
Yeah.
Shannon Brown? Yeah, they got a baby together and everything.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they and then I forgot the name of Terrence. I forgot my man's name, but he was the ringleader. He was the one that was issuing out the paperwork, and it was false emails. They had phone taps. They had they were following them, GPSing them, and when they were supposed to be at these appointments or whatever they were, they wasn't there. They weren't there.
They was paying them to do the records and like they were there.
Yeah, man, and it was for what, $4 million, Boog?
Dang.
Yeah, so they under investigation. They gonna get hit hard.
Oh, of course they are.
Yeah, they gonna get hard.
They gonna make an example.
Big Baby Davis, did you see his post?
Down
he came out, he was like, yeah, don't believe what you hear in the media. He was like, I can't wait till my day in court. He was like, I got my money. And he had a bag full of money. He made his championship ring for Boston.
Man, see,
So I don't know why they got my name in this. Don't believe the media. Don't believe the hype.
You think he gonna be able to cut cash out of there? You think? We have to wait and see.
Well, that's not what you do.
So like there's always people that are guilty by association. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if Big Baby will go, he went on immediatly because they put his picture all up on social media.
What's my man's name from the Grizzlies? Not Tony Allen. Tony Allen. Yep.
Tony Allen. So, but Big Baby was the only one that said anything so far. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm more inclined to believe him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do know they overblow stuff in the media.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you connected to certain people, then they gonna connect your name.
They're gonna
and so I mean, he said he waiting for his day in court, so apparily he's solid with it.
Right, I was gonna say he ready.
So
something went on though.
Yeah,
something went on. I mean,
it's not hard to falsify, documents and act like I've been going to the doctor or I've been doing this and get that claim and they send you the money. Yeah.
And you got to think about it like this. A lot of NBA players, man, they ran through that money. They didn't have any guidance. They were young, getting millions of dollars and stuff like that. So they flew through that money, buying houses, buying their family stuff, moving their family here, out at the bars, throwing up money, trying to, and then now after so long, you broke. Because you living that life, you got to pay them taxes. You got to do, you know what I'm saying? Your whole level of living is different. And then now, you see, like with Allen Iverson, he was smart. You know what I'm saying? Allen Iverson, I forgot how much money he get per year for the next 20 years. After that was just they announced that, I think it was like maybe about 4 or 5 years ago.
He was somewhat smart.
I was about to say he blew money too.
He blew a lot of money.
He blew money
too. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, the way his contract with Reebok was set up, with it being a lifetime deal, you know what I'm saying? There was another kicker, so like
that was the saving grace.
He about to start getting even more money now in his 50s and 60s. Than he was playing.
And his shoes coming back out.
I used to love Allen Iverson shoes. I had like 2 pairs.
Yeah.
They were so sweet.
I only had one of them, man. But when they re-release them, I'm getting some.
Okay,
man. Then now,
his and Grand Hills was my.
I had it.
Grand Hills
closet right now.
Yeah, them classic Grand Hills.
Yes, sir. I had the ones and the twos. You got Did this though? In other news, man, you got Northland. They in phase 1. They tore down. Remember the that was it Firestone that was right there It was
yeah, right by.
yeah. They already demolished that.
yeah.
On the outskirts.
Yeah,
Oh, the tire
so you
place.
got Northland. Northland was built in 1952, and they demolished it, or they closed it in 2015. But you got this architect, this billionaire guy coming in, and they're making it where it's a marketplace, it's condos, it's shopping, it's you can walk out and eatery, everything. So that's
Oh, no, that's gonna be really nice.
So they're in phase 1 right now. They're expecting to
They
be done.
need
in-
something because
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I miss Northland. You know what I miss at Northland?
It's sat
Taking the
vacant.
bus?
It's sat vacant
No, I
way
never.
too
My
long.
parents
never-
wouldn't let me take the bus.
Oh, we took the bus. to
No, my
Northland.
parents
You
would
got to
not
be
let me
kidding
take
me.
the bus.
What?
My dad would take me to the mall, but he wouldn't drop me off. But I miss the Chinese food place on the corner.
man.
Oh,
That
that
line
Chinese
used
place.
to be off the chain.
Yeah.
I missed that. And then the popcorn place.
What was the popcorn? Was it Autos? No, that wasn't Autos.
What was it? It's
No, Otto's was the cookie. No, but Otto's did have
That
popcorn.
popcorn. Yeah, hell yeah. They had that cheese
Yeah.
popcorn.
Yeah,
cheese
they
and crumble.
had-
We used to go downtown and get that.
But I went to Otto's for the cookies.
I went for the popcorn.
Mrs. Fields, though, at Northland.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Fields.
You
Yeah,
got
they
Mrs.
was. I mean, you know, that was
Van Dyke's.
that was like my special cookies to go get. But if I wanted something real quick, and you know, what I'm saying, I can get my bang for my buck.
Yeah.
I'm hitting Otto's.
Yeah.
man.
Autos, man. Look, they used to have that cheese popcorn be on your fingers.
Oh, your
right?
finger,
Oh,
yes.
my God.
Yeah, I just remember the Chinese restaurant. That line stayed
Stayed
long. I don't
back.
care what day
that
you
mug
went.
was always bumping.
And that
Man.
food lasts for 2 days.
Man, we got to a fight in the food court. I got the food court. The food court is where you meet up, you get to fight in the food court.
Oh, yeah.
What was your favorite store in Northland?
My favorite store.
Winkleman's?
You know what? I did used to love Winkleman's because my grandmother and my mother used to shop at and I thought it was such a fancy store when I was younger.
Right.
And I was like, they got money because we in Winkleman's.
Winkleman's. Then they had
That was
Winkleman's
like
too.
that was like my mom's
Yeah,
favorite store.
like Winkleman's.
girl.
Yes.
Winkleman's is equivalent to what now?
What?
Like
I
maybe
don't know.
Lord and Taylor, maybe? Or
No.
Saks?
Would you say so? Saks?
Well,
No,
not
well,
the clothing.
to an extent,
Yeah,
it
like
was.
the-
That's-
'cause
Winkleman's
that's-
was
Winkleman's.
like
Winkleman's, you walking around with a Winkleman's bag?
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I'm in a Winkleman's.
like Winkleman's was like that deal back then.
Yeah, it was.
Man.
Through the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winkleman's was like the go-to.
It was.
I used to hide in between the racks when my mother used to go shopping there. She'd
Really?
say,
Yo,
yeah.
like my mom used to go
Yeah.
like super early.
Yeah.
Or it was like a certain time in the evening she would go.
Hey, Winkleman's. My favorite store, man, probably was Max Green's.
Max Green's. You know, my dad used to like
Max Green,
Yeah.
Max Green was always jumping in Northland.
It was.
It turned into a Juno store. You know what I'm saying? They had some nice
Max
stuff in there.
Green's. Yeah,
Then
they
they had
did.
Dickies. It started getting Dickies. Then it started getting. I'm like, what is this shit?
I used to go to the music store in there all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then St. Lavi,
Because
I
that's
remember
where
the
the radio
women.
station used to always do they joints
Yeah.
up there at
Yeah,
the mall.
they
Yep.
sure did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, that's crazy.
That's
but yeah,
a historic place.
they got it where you can actually be in a condo and you can take the elevator down to the marketplace and go shopping. You know, grocery shopping. You can do. Cause it's still going to have the Hudson's, the big sign up there, Hudson. So it's going to be Hudson's Marketplace or something like that.
Oh,
so
nice.
that's still going to be the base of it, but. It's coming. I think they
Next
said it
year?
should be done 22 or 23,
Oh,
something like
okay.
that. Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Yeah. So, shout out to everybody who used to go to Northland. I mean, we used to take the Dexter bus. Was it Dexter? You used to take because you used to come down Curtis.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know you didn't take the bus. I can't believe you didn't take the bus to
My
Northland. Who
parents,
are
wouldn't,
you?
my parents wouldn't let me take the bus. And my dad, me and my dad,
We didn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
we hung out so much that my dad loved to shop. And
Okay.
so my dad would take me shopping. And Northland was his store. Where's the store that the old man used to dress and you could sugar sharp?
Van Dyke's?
Was it Van Dyke's?
Nah, it went.
No,
Van Dyke.
it was,
it Van Dyke's in there?
There's a Van Dyke's in there.
It was Van Dyke's in there.
it was a Jack's place in there?
And it was an older guy in there. He was a cool, smooth salesman. He sold everybody everything.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, that's
You
my
know,
guy. Yeah,
yes,
that's my
you know
guy,
what I'm
man.
talking
He had
about.
the gray hair. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, smoothest cat in the world.
What's my man's name? Oh, that's my man.
Yeah.
I used to.
You
for
know
my
exactly what I'm talking
man,
about.
Look, he'd do this. One time he was. I said, man, listen, I'm about to go to a little party. I need something. His dramatization of selling you clothes, you a bomb just because of what he do.
Yeah.
Man, he laid some pants off for me. He was like, what color you looking for, young bro? What's his name? Start
And
with a T.
he'll lay it all out.
It start with a T, I can't think. He'll lay it out. He'd be like, shit, this is what you need right here. You know, and then you crease him like this, and then let me get this tie right here.
He was so
Man.
good. My dad used to shop in there. I would go in there and shop with my dad, and I would only shop
There?
with him.
not there. It's gonna. I gotta call my boy Root. He know the name.
Yeah, you know the story. You know the guy. That is him.
Man,
Smooth. I'm like, this man get all the sales because he was helping everybody. He put it together, and then he'll have somebody go. He was so smooth with it. He'll get you together there. You elaborate on it, then he over here helping the next. Just smooth with it.
Cold, man. Yeah, so listen, in other news, man, we got my man Kanye West. Shout out to Kanye West. We always talk about how crazy he is and the things that he do and the Magna hat and all this type of stuff, man. But once again, he's a billionaire. You understand? And he just backed a prep school in California named Donda. After his mother, after his last album that he just had. And it's a K through 12, right? Mm-hmm. So he backed it, and it only has 62 students. But they have a basketball team. They have already recruited 4 of the, I want to say, the nation's top high school recruits. Like Jalen, what's the man? Jalen Hooks.
Yeah, they got top recruits coming in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
My man from Indiana, Jalen Hooks, man, he's 6'7" small forward. They say he a beast. And they already got, committed. I'm like, man, go ahead, Kanye West. So if we talk about his craziness, we got to talk about his ingenious too, man. It's right outside of L.A. I forgot the name of the small city, but eventually it's gonna get bigger. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So shout out to Kanye West, man. Shout out to the way he keeping his mother's name alive, Donda. Hey, they say geniuses are crazy.
Who? Geniuses. And he's a Gemini, so he's cray.
Yeah.
They got 20 different personalities. They really do. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Oh, what's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah, y'all crazy too.
Virgos is crazy.
I'm just straight crazy. I'm not multiple crazy.
That's crazy.
Right. Right.
That's crazy what she just said.
Right.
It makes sense though, don't it?
No.
Crazy.
Yes, I'm just one kind of crazy. Like, just don't mess with me because I'm crazy.
See that?
Sheila is.
Did you see that?
And she's crazy.
Man, you already said her nostrils flare up, even when she playing.
My eyebrows come up.
Man,
like,
that's crazy.
If I get to crying, just run.
The dimples got deeper. Like
crazy Carrie.
Who else is building though? He was on the news. Chris Webber.
Yes,
in Southwest Detroit. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it? The
So
dispensary.
it's supposed to be a dispensary.
Yeah,
Or it's supposed to be more than that.
It's supposed to be more than a
It's about
dispensary.
to be more than that.
Yeah, it's going to be like
Yeah, 'cause they said
almost like a mall of
a like $75 million
Yes.
into this project.
Yes. If you go over there by Delray and everything, where they building the bridge and stuff, they clearing all that out, man. That's going to be riverfront. That's going to be condos. That's going to be a lot of things that's happening in Southwest Detroit. So if you do have property there,
You better keep it.
you can keep it. But Marathon, where we come up, Marathon right there on Schaefer and 4th Street, they're buying the first couple blocks going towards the river. From Schaefer, like you got Patricia, you got Lebo, you got Liddesdale. I don't know how far they're going down, but they're offering people $70,000.
Just right now? Or
Just
they gonna
right
get
now.
more?
Yeah, they haven't gotten
Hold
to.
out,
I just
hold
think they
out.
went to Lebo. I don't think they got to Liddesdale yet. But yeah, man. One of my partners, man, just bought a house over there on Lebo, man, and he get ready to get it. He redid it, got it right on time, man, and they giving him, I want to say, $70,000, and then half of what the house is worth.
Wow. So 70
yeah.
off rip.
70
And
off
then
rip,
half
and if
of
the
what
house is worth 50, then you get 25 from
Okay,
that. Yeah.
all right.
So that like I say, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just know the accuracy of it, but that's pretty much the gist of it.
Wow.
So,
And then the Riverwalk, they're extending that too. I think it's what is it, 3 more miles or 3.5 miles. So they're doing a lot of revamping in the city, throughout the city. So that's what's up.
then you got that's crazy because remember when Barton and Michael Jackson tried to do it,
And
they blocked them. They ain't let them do it. So, but we got my
Ain't
man.
want no black folks in control.
No, they
That's
don't want
right.
no.
I was
no,
just about to
no,
say that.
absolutely. And then they like
It was
Barton.
like it was like Michael Jackson. Like we love you, Michael Jackson, but
come on
we
now.
not
But we ain't
about
gonna
to
let
give
you
all this
right.
real estate.
And,
Hello.
No.
And they actually love Bill Cosby until he wanted to buy up some stuff. Come on, let's
Man.
keep it real.
That's crazy. Bill Cosby. Speaking of Bill Cosby big up Boosie.
I know. I saw
He was
that.
like, man, hey, we need to look at this. We need to promote his movie. We need to bring his movie into theaters. Boosie's, I think it's a documentary.
I love Boosie. I really do.
Yeah,
I
Boosie,
like
man.
him a lot.
Boosie, man, he'll speak his mind.
I love people like that.
And he's
Speak
speaking
the
his
truth,
mind
be straightforward.
on, certain topics, man. And, he like, listen, I can't get blackballed because I got my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own independent. I got my own machines that I'm running over here. So I'm not trying to get to where you at or be where you at or try to get into where you at because I got my own. So you can't blackball me. So
he's not a puppet on a string. I love that.
So, and one more thing, man, before we get into our topic, we got a great topic today. I want to talk about the legendary comedian Dave Chappelle.
I love
Dave Chappelle been breaking barriers, man, even when he walked away from the $50 million because they tried to strip him down from his comedic legendary status with Comedy Central. They tried to actually take what he created and make it of their own. He was like, hey, why change this? And you offer me this money. That means something I'm doing right, but you want to change my whole dynamic. So he walked away from the $50 million and then got $60 million from Netflix when he came back from Africa or whatever, when he got back into it.
Right.
So the LGBTQ community, and correct me if I got the letters wrong, they're really trying to get his specials and stuff off of Netflix because they're saying that he's attacking their community. And it's a thin line, but that's what Dave Chappelle been doing for years. He's been doing for years. He's a comedian. He's a joke, but he has with comedy comes truth.
Yeah,
and that's what make it funny, you know. But he did make a good point. He said that they attacked the baby because the baby talked about gays and having AIDS and stuff like that. And it's really like if you don't have AIDS, make some noise. And that's what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? He said some other things, too. Now, Dave Chappelle didn't approve of what he said.
Right.
But he also said the baby did shoot someone in Walmart. A black man in Walmart was for self-defense. And he said his rap career never took a hit.
Nope.
It actually elevated. But soon as he said something about the LGBTQ community, then they want to ban him. They wanted his sponsors pulled out. They want to kind of, demean his rap career. And so Dave Chappelle was like, man, you see where I'm going with it? You can kill a black man in Walmart, but you say something about the gay community.
Say something. Just say something.
Yeah.
Give your opinion.
And then they come down on you, man. It's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy. So.
I just don't like the way how, and we were talking about that before we started, how people are shunned or they blackball because of they speaking their opinion. What happened to freedom of speech? You can speak your mind and say how you feel about something, but then as soon as you do, the powers that be, and it's a lot of homosexuality that's higher up, that's in these positions, and you say something that they don't like, and they'll shut you down.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Now people are afraid to speak their mind or say how they feel. Look what happened with Kevin Hart, and I'm so glad he did not. Was that a couple of years ago? He did not host. Yes, because they brought up something that he said years ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like to me they did it on purpose. They dangled something in his face, but I'm so glad he turned it down.
And that's also
because you have to stand on your truth. You really do.
They just trying to run comedians like they make jokes about everybody.
Everything.
Man, making humor out of something like that does not mean that they trying to bash you. Like
exactly.
Nah, man.
They just being extra. You
know how many people on their team they have gay people on their team?
Yes, it's no way around.
That's helping them out and stuff like that. My thing is this: they still want to show we still I don't want to say we still own you, but we still have power over you. You get this far. Kevin Hart was huge, but we still want to let you know who running shit.
Well,
just like Nick Cannon.
Yep, I think on every level, when they feel you get into it, we're gonna remind you who you are and who you be, and don't you ever forget it.
Absolutely. So yeah, but we're gonna tap into our topic for the day. I've been talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? This show. What? Talk to me.
First of all, let me say, y'all.
Cool.
Let me give Q looking really nice. He had on his button up, his green. I guess
you as well.
Oh, thank you.
And we didn't even coordinate.
We didn't. No, we didn't coordinate. Not on purpose. But he just did his hosting this week. Shout out to him. He hosted a party, the show. He did that this weekend.
No, I don't want to talk about that. I don't like. I'm keeping mine on the wraps. That's what I like to do. I don't like to talk.
Okay, my bad.
No, I'm just talking.
Tell me. I'll stay in my place.
No, I'm just talking. Man.
It was not. It's not like. It was all on social media, though.
Right.
Everywhere. Yeah. It was live. So anyway, shouts out to him. But he, looking nice today. Got on his green button up. Fall. You looking very fallish.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Like a leaf.
I wasn't even thinking like that.
But we got our green on, man. You know what? That lets you know how we connect, man, through the universe, and we really are friends. We just really don't meet up on Thursdays. Well, we do. We talk.
Yeah.
During the week. So, that's just the chemistry that we have.
That's right.
So, going towards our topic, man, we talking about families that have fallouts, family that don't get along, family that don't talk for years, man, and just when family come around, they may come around for a funeral or something like that, man, and be phony and then don't talk anymore. When funerals happen, somebody passed, then why does it have to be bickering about the money, about material things? Who's going to get this?
Yeah.
Who's going to get that? Money division, whatever. It's just crazy, man. So I know a lot of us go through it at some point in time in their lives where we have a falling out with one of our family members or your family members having to fall out. So we just touching bases on that today. See what you think about that.
Well, I think just start from the beginning. There's a root cause for everything to me, and some things are deep-seated. Some people raised down south for their parents or their grandparents, and then it trickles down to generation after generation, which is called a generational curse.
Right.
So it's a lot of things that go on. Alcohol, drugs, family secrets. It's so many things. I think every family, I know every family had their issues. Now, how you deal with it is on you. Some families can move on, they tell each other off and then they back hanging tomorrow. Yeah. Some families, it changed the whole dynamic of the relationship as a family. Yeah. So I think there's so many different, we can talk about this for hours because there's so many different branches to this topic.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? A lot of it has to do with money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it, like you say, deep-rooted stuff that happened way back, and you just don't let go of it, or you know what I'm saying? And you,
or haven't dealt with it.
Haven't dealt with it because, you if you've been dealing with it for years, you need some type of counseling. You know what I'm saying? You need to talk about it. You need to sit down with that family member and talk. It's you have some family members that think they're better than other family members.
Yeah.
You know,
you have favoritism in family.
Favoritism.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you have favoritism. Because they're in a different. They live somewhere or they got a good job and everything, and almost like soul food.
Yeah.
When they come to certain person to borrow the money to say, hey, we need this for the family, this, and they feel that I always got to do this. Wow, you know what I mean? So it's different facets of why families fall out. You have like holidays and stuff. People try to come together, and I know without going too deep, but sometimes my family, they have fun, and then sometimes it ends in like, hey, but at the end of the day, sometimes we get through it.
I think that's often, especially when the Remy's in the system.
Oh,
when
man.
the weed is going and the blazing.
Yeah.
The more you drink, then you're looking at your cousin sideways, your uncle, your aunt, and then things start to come out. And next thing you know, you have a blow up. So I've seen that in my family. I've seen the things like that happen because it's how people really feel. And then you take this opportunity. You got the liquid courage or whatever you've been smoking, snorting, whatever it is.
Dang.
I'm just saying, you feel this way. I'm gonna get it off my chest, and a whole situation blow up. But I think as families, we don't know how to deal with it, and particularly, I'm going to speak on black families because I'm a black woman. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We don't know how to deal with things. I know, and I'm going to speak a little bit from experience or from my own personal experience. Where families go things. Something may happen to somebody, in their life or growing up. You don't know how to deal with your children. You don't know how to love your children because something happened to you. You don't know how to, talk to your kids. A lot of parents talk at their kids. I think a lot of things in family, and I've seen this a lot, where mother and father, and this never happened to me, and I thank God for that. But when parents talk about the one parent to the child, you don't know what you're doing to that kid or how that kid view their mother or their father when you're saying bad things about their parents. Yeah. So it's just, to me, it's toxic, and it's just, like I said, it's just a continuous cycle that goes on in a lot of families. Yeah. A lot of secrets, don't want to tell this uncle did that or this auntie did that. And it's so, like I said, there's so many dynamics to that.
I know, touching bases on my family, my aunts and uncle and mother and stuff like that, man, it wasn't a very affectionate family. You know what I mean? And in result, I see or have seen that through the years. Me and my mother's relationship, man, we get into it, sometimes, and then we come back from it and everything. But I had to learn from that, where it's where I'm looking for a certain type of affection that they were never taught that. You know, so you have to go back to the root of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we cool. We you know, we come, like I said, we come back from it, man. We have a good time. We go, you know, my mother's house on Thanksgiving and holidays, and we all party and stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I couldn't figure it out. And now I kind of figured out, like, hey, you know, I talked to my aunt and everything. It's like, well, it wasn't taught. Hugging and all that type of stuff and being affectionate wasn't taught to us. So all these years, and they're 70 years old, you know, some 70, some, you know, just up under 70, and it's still issue to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why you have to have counseling as a family. You sit down, you have counseling to kind of find out. You got to dig where it come from, and then you could begin to repair it.
Yeah, and I think the dynamics of family have changed. Remember when we used to have Sunday dinners no matter what was going on?
Yeah.
And to me, once the elders of the family began to pass away, we dropped the ball on that. And we even, you know, my grandmother, I remember her and her siblings, they was tight. But they said they stuff about each other, but if that one, you know, some lived in Chicago, some lived in Mississippi. My grandmother's siblings, some lived in Milwaukee. Let something happen to one of them. She dropping everything at the head, and she going to see about her sister. She going to see about her brother. Yeah. We get together. We have family dinners. We cook. We don't have a lot of that. And to me, the family structure has been broken down. And because of that, we live in our own life. It's about me and mine, not you and yours. Yeah. And inside of a family, it's a lot. It's jealousy in family. It's envy in family. It's so many, like I said, dynamics to this. But how do you deal with it? How do you find a solution to this problem?
Man, you know what? You know, social media make it even worse because it makes the separation even worse. Like my stepfather's family, man, every Sunday, you know what I'm saying, is to go to the house, man, and have dinner. And I remember when back then, my ex-girlfriend, way back in the early 90s, she went over there with me. You know, I took her over there, and they were serving, and she was sitting down, and they was like, oh, no, you got to get on up because you got to serve them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they instilled into the next generation after that. And then I just think as it started not with them because they still do that, but I'm saying certain families start dwindling down because of jobs, because of you know, work or whatever. And then, like I say, social media, man, it's just got everybody in their own little zone. Well, I'm over here chilling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm over here, and this is just my little box. You know what I mean? Opposed to, and then think about it, back in the day, you had the structure of a family where, you know, I hate to say it like this, but the mother stayed at home with the kids, and the father went out and worked at the plant or did what he did, and she structured the home.
And that's to me, that's a huge part of what's missing right now. But because of the breakdown of families, women had to get out there and work. Yep. You know, everything has a cause and an effect. And you know what else? We was talking about this earlier because I was telling somebody what we were talking about on the show. And they were talking about when family, and this is more back in the day, but when families find out there's another outside child. Oh, yeah. And a lot of that happened back in the day. Yep. It happens now, but a lot of it happened back in the day. Yeah. And it just, you don't know, you have a brother, a sister over here, over there, and then, you know, it's just a lot. But to me, I think back then they hid it more. Yep. Because they didn't have all of this stuff going on. You know, they had cell phones like that and social media where they would talk about those things. But it's, like I said, it's just so many dynamics to it. And we always get transparent on our show. But I know for me, and this is with any relation, I think I told you this. Family, I'll stay away from the I don't like drama. I don't like all the mess. Right. So when it's, you know, we can't get along or you got to talk about this person to that person, that gets on my nerves. So I stay away from it because I don't want no parts of it. And I'm not, it doesn't concern me if you're a family or not. But I really feel so more so with family because we family. We ain't even got to go through this. And it's no matter what's been brought in front of us at a certain age, you have to make choice to do something different because the pattern is just the same. And if you don't get off that wagon, it's going to be the same. So, and that's something I struggle with because I would just stay away. I won't go to certain things. I won't be around certain family members because I don't want any issues or problems. I don't.
Yeah, I know sometimes I do stay with family members too because it's like I don't want to explode. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say the wrong thing. So what I do is just, and then I'm guilty of it. I go in my own little bubble. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Too. Just I like my peace and everything. But it's nothing like family, man. I know a few families. Matter of fact, I had a couple of friends online where their families, man, they still do that. They still get together. They still support each other. They still call each other and pray on the phone with each other.
Yeah.
And they still have activities and everything going on. It's like back in the day, when I stayed on Apple man, we used to go camping. We used to do things with our cousins and everything. Now we meet up with funerals. I had to go to a funeral this Saturday, man. Rest in peace to my cousin Creepy O, man. Man, one of a beautiful voice, man, and a beautiful person. So just to say rest in peace, Creepy O. But now, that's when we come together now when we go to funerals.
Yeah, and you know, and a lot of people still do have that. I know some people that had that family where their families do everything together. My son's fiance, we just went to the apple orchard, and her grandmother, her mom, her dad, cousins, aunts, uncle, they all came with us. They still had that family dynamic. They welcome me and my son in, and call us family. So there are families that still had it. And she say to me, Mom, our family get into it too, but we cuss each other out and then we back together hanging tomorrow. Yeah. And to me, you have to move and you got to get yourself out the way. And that's one thing, like I said, I struggle with myself. Because I'm like, I ain't got time. I don't want to be bothered. Or, I hate fake stuff. So I'm like, don't be faking my face. But sometimes you have to humble yourself and it's not about me. It's about the family getting together and let's just have a good time while we're together. Yeah,
you have to, in order for that tree to keep growing like that, you have to water it. You have to nurture it. So the next generation can do that. You have to make time for that. And I know jobs now. Sometimes you may work afternoons, others may work midnights, and it kind of break up the structure of the home. But just think about back in the day when you had that structure. You would have a family every Sunday. You come in. It's just that time where you get together and you talk about stuff. And, like I say, I always use my stepfather's family, the Haynes family, as an example because, we'll go over there and, on the holidays or, every Sunday, they'll cook and everything. But the holidays, man, people will come in from out of town and they will hold hands around the table and everybody say a prayer about what they're thankful for.
Wow. Yeah, we used to do that.
And then, the women would serve the men, you know what I'm saying? Now, if it's Mother's Day, then we have to.
I still do that.
Yeah.
So, I still serve. If I'm cooking dinner, or, even when I make sure I make their plates. Yeah. Like, that was something that was just instilled in me.
And you teaching the younger generation.
Yeah.
You passing it down because, now everybody is for self. Even I wish I could have did a better job at, teaching my daughters etiquette. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, everybody going in their own little space and eating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like going in their room and eating. Going over here, it's like, no, we eat at this table. It's the only time we all have a chance to talk. No phones on the table.
Yep, I do that.
You know what I'm saying? Put your cell phones down, and they be getting the attitude. Because I'm like, listen, man, y'all, the room is two steps away. Go put in the room and you just sit in here and eat, and this is time that we can lock in. But,
See, I require that. Like, I have a big dining room table. Yeah. We all sit at the table and eat. Yeah. If you at my house, it don't matter who you are. We're going to sit at the table and eat. And there's no eating in the bedroom. There's no eating in the den. Yeah. You're going to sit at this table. There's no phones. Yeah. That's for everybody. Yeah. And that's just the rules in my home. But to me, you need that time. You need to sit, even if you're not talking to each other, at least digest your food without being distracted or being into your room. Dinner table is meant for the people to come together and eat dinner together.
That's right.
So I did breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm at home, even when I'm at home by myself, I sit at the table and I eat dinner or I eat breakfast or whatever it may be.
Yeah. You got to have that structure.
Yes, man. You do.
Because you got to pass it on. You got to pass it on because once your kids grow, then they can take what they learn from you.
That's right.
They can create their own family, and they still have that character of family values and eating at the table. Because think about it. When people work, go to school, this and the other, they everywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
So when you come in and you eat, everybody at the table, that energy, you had a good energy. You know what I mean? So,
we just don't look out to me like overall for family. And I want to give a shout out to my cousin real quick, Lakeisha. She made me some preserves the other day. I haven't had preserves since my grandmother passed away, or even before she passed away. And she pickled some peppers, and she delivered them to my home. Like, that's old school stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah. And I was just like, wow, I miss that dynamic where she and the cooking, putting them in jars, preserves and peppers, and we just don't have that anymore.
No, I tell you this, I I love being a product of the 70s, 80s babies.
Me too. Yeah.
I love it, man, because the values back then, and with our generation, we have encountered pretty much all genres of music. But except if you want to go back until like when jazz first started and all that, blues and stuff, we were, coming into that as it was, and I even say it's leaving, I'm saying? It's still here.
Right.
But I'm saying we grew up in hip hop, rock was just getting really relevant, and then now we got this new generation coming out, so we can deal with all facets of music because we grew up in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we covered all of it, yeah.
We grew up into that, so I'm proud to be a part of the 70s, 80s because that generation built structure.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? It built structure. I'm talking about from playing outside to walking this. Look, my kids never walked to school before.
Really? I walked to school.
You know what I'm saying?
not walk to school. Well, at Boynton I did. Yeah. And when I went to St. Francis, I didn't. And Southwestern, we walked from Visitor to 4th Street and then got on the bus.
Man, I took 2 buses to get to Southwestern.
Did you?
I was staying on the west side then. I took Livernois to it turned into Dragoon.
Wow, how long did it take? Like an hour and a half?
Oh, man.
2 hours?
Shit, yeah, probably about an hour and some change. And then I had to either walk down 4th Street or catch the 4th Street bus from Dragoon.
Ooh, Jesus.
You understand what I'm saying? So that was part of the catching the bus. My daughters have never caught the bus. I took them on a people mover, you know what I'm saying? But we never got on the bus.
City bus.
And I was just telling them the other day, I was like, man, we need to get on the bus, but we need to do it early in the morning. On a Sunday. If they run on Sunday. I don't even know if they run on Sunday. I ain't been on the bus so long. You know what I'm saying? But, you need that, man. Like, you never walk to school. Do you know what walk to school was?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Come on, man. You had fun walking to school.
You're right. I used to have fun walking up Visitor because we used to have so much fun doing that.
Man.
These kids, and you know what? Both my grandmothers, they had me watching them when they cook. I have my granddaughter cooking. She's 6, but she comes in the kitchen. I have her cooking with me, cleaning, washing dishes, washing clothes, because these kids, they don't know none of that stuff. And that's like family structure. To me, that's basic. And, we're not going to be here forever. So you need to teach your children how to do basic things. Wash clothes, clean, especially the girls. A lot of girls don't even... Yeah, the family structure, like I said, is just so different now.
Man, my daughter is about to be 10 years old. She's been washing clothes for 2 years.
Well,
she's been washing clothes for 2 years. Now they got the little pies you throw in there. She just
I love that. I be tossing the two.
But she washed everything. It could be colored. It could be white.
She throw it all in there. She's like, I washed it.
She just threw it all in there, man. But she been look, yeah, we gotta wash some clothes, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and that's part of family structure. That's part of doing stuff with your kids and your families. Like, I had a son. I never had a daughter. So my son, I taught him how to wash his clothes and clean. I'm not going to be here forever. Yeah. Or if anything happens to me while you young, you know the basics of life when it comes to hygiene and taking care of yourself. Yeah. And a lot of parents or kids not around to do that, or the grandmother doing it. They tired. It's just a lot of different dynamics to it. Oh, one thing you mentioned, and I do want to talk about. You mentioned about when people pass away and people leave stuff.
Man, you know what? I can say this. A rest in peace to my father, Jay Reeves. He passed away it'll be 3 years. Yeah, it'll be 3 years coming up.
Wow.
He left everything so smooth to where they allocated to where this is going, this account, and my sister pretty much kind of, ran it all, which is cool. I remember one time he told me, we went on a bowling event, and he said, man, if I was to pass away, I got you, on everything. And I was like, no. I said, put my sister on. You know what I'm saying? She's a teacher. She take care of business way better than I do. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and he did that. And when I tell you that was the smoothest, funeral as far as taking care of business. He had everything set up. This going to this person, this going to this, and then boom, it was cool. But when you got people that come around and they know it's some money involved.
Oh my goodness.
That's where the falling out come in. It's like, I'm supposed to get this, or I should get this, and you know what I'm saying?
But
and
if you were supposed to get it, you would have got it.
You would have got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I don't understand how you upset and mad when somebody else died with their stuff, their money, their material. Now you upset because they didn't leave it to you.
But how do the family fall out though?
Because to me, it's greed. It's over material things. And you was talking like how you went through that with your father.
Right.
When my dad passed, I didn't. I'm my dad's only child, and everything was love to me. But I made sure burial was smooth. Everything was smooth because I didn't even have that to go through. But I remember, and a friend of my dad's, when her brother passed, she went through a lot with the other siblings. But she was the closest to him. She looked after him. She took care of him, flying out of state. But they were so upset. They wanted to fight her because he left her and her daughter something. And I was just like, wow, how could we close women as soon as somebody died? You mad and upset about what they left somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't understand that. But that's greed. People feeling that I'm entitled. I should have got that. Yeah. And then you falling out over somebody else's things. They don't even focus on the person that died anymore. No. They mad at them.
No. And then you got that's crazy.
So crazy.
I've seen fights.
Oh yeah.
Fights at funerals because the person say if it was a guy, he had another child. Yeah. And that's not her fault or his fault. The
has
child's
nothing
fault.
To do with the kids.
And then they like he ain't part of us. They ain't part of me. They ain't part of our family. I mean, damn, if you think about it, you know what I'm saying?
But it is.
Yes, it is.
He laid and made a baby with somebody else. It's his child.
And then, man, I done seen it. I done falling out because, like I say, money purposes. People come in from out of town, man, thinking they supposed to get this, supposed to get that. And it's just like, man, you can't even have this person rest in peace.
Right.
Because now it's chaos. You know
over
what I mean?
Somebody else's thing. And I just think like this. If somebody do some dirt, I mean, first of all, if somebody left it to somebody, why are you upset? Why are you mad? And my thing is, if it's some shady stuff done in it, they'll get dealt with. You don't even have to worry about that. I've seen some people get done dirty, and they know that, and the person didn't know it. But, greed is something else. And when people die, they want everything. They want the material stuff in the house. They want the car, the house, whatever's in it, the money. How much did they leave you? It's just, I had somebody ask me that about they kind of roundabout asked because people know me. Don't come to me and ask me anything about what was left to me, especially when I'm my dad's only child. Don't you dare. Right. So I had a family member, of course, on my dad's side, and my whole look, they was like, I was just asking. Don't ask me because it's none of your business. Because all of this I'm taking care of with the money that my dad left.
See,
yeah.
And so that's the thing. You have to have your stuff in order.
You do.
Then that way you don't have that. Well, I ain't gonna say you gonna have that type of problem because people just greedy. People just when they see money and dollar signs, this person had this. Then they want to come around. They want to call, especially if it's going to you or going to one person. Hey, cousin.
Yeah, I had people reach out to me, and they need this. Oh, man. I had people reach out like, I know you still grieving your father. And I was like, well, if you know that, why are you contacting me? And I didn't even respond. Because to me, I'm real good at ignoring stuff, especially foolishness. And I'm like, okay, you didn't ask him for it when he was living. Or I don't know if you did or you didn't. But he's no longer here. And we're not going to do that. So,
So you saying they calling you saying, I know you're still grieving, but what's ... What was that?
Could they borrow some money?
Straight up?
Mm-hmm. And the flesh in me wanted to be like, me, take your head off.
see.
I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let this one ride because it wasn't even. It was like a week and a half after my dad.
And they asked you for some money.
Hey, before my dad died, I put a PSA out to everybody. Don't ask me for shit. I was serious in the mud. Like, no lie. Nobody came and asked me nothing crazy because they knew that they was going to get it. I ain't care who you was in the family. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
You could be the oldest. You could be the patriarch of the family. You had to say something stupid to me during that time.
He was going to get
it. So I told him, I was like, whatever you want to talk about, ask about, you need to wait some months after this is
right,
over with.
Months, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They hit me within a week and a half.
Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask my brother nothing. Don't ask my mama nothing. Especially my mama.
Right.
My mama.
Right.
I'm coming to your crib.
Man,
the end.
I'm pulling up.
That's crazy.
But people are like that.
Because you gotta tell people because they don't think straight, man. They really still be thinking about themselves.
Oh yeah, that's all they thinking about.
Bunk what you going through. Bunk what you maybe, what I'm saying, dealing with. We don't care about what you may be stressed about. We don't care about none of that.
Wow.
And people really do that. I have people
That's
ask for stuff
crazy.
that my dad had.
And the fact, and
That's crazy.
The fact is that our family be the worst
Yep,
ones.
the worst ones. Yep.
Yeah.
They feel like they're obligated, or that you know what I'm saying. You owe them whatever it is that they feel like they coming to you with. Like you owe me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should listen to me.
Yeah.
If I come to you, you should be listening to me.
Or the least you could
if
do
I
is
need
do
some
that.
help, you should be helping me just because. And it's like,
No.
That's crazy, man. That's that. Yeah, but I mean,
And that's,
Because
to
you know
me,
what-
that's one of the biggest fallouts with family, when somebody passes
somebody
away.
passes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, but you know, a lot of that always be about, you know, money, property, where the house going,
Yes.
where the
house going.
What about the cars?
Yeah.
What about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be like, well, what about the clothes? And it'd be like, man, if y'all don't get y'all, you know what
I
I'm saying?
had somebody ask me about the clothes.
So we ain't had nobody ask about none of that. We shut that.
That's crazy.
We shut that down early, and I was like, whatever my mom decided to do with these clothes,
That's what it's going to be.
if she want to give y'all something, she gonna give it to you. But don't you dare open your mouth
And that's-
asking my mama for anything.
Yep.
That's crazy.
But people, they get nerves when somebody passes. It's just like, I just got to ask you. Even
Yeah.
if you say no. If
Yeah.
I don't say nothing, you won't know.
Especially if they know that they had some money or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know that. Okay, well, you know, insurance stuff and all this type of stuff. It's like, man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
crazy.
But
So-
they're not there to help you bury it and do the process.
Right.
They just want to get the
Right.
residuals after the fact.
Man, they there to come eat during
They
that
call
week.
it, yeah, they
They
call
got
that.
all that food. They there to eat for the repast,
Yeah, I'm a professional repass person.
and then they be gone.
I'm not lying.
You don't even hear it from them after the aftermath. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't. I go to repasses. I don't even know. There you go. I'm a professional repass
crasher.
I go in there. I go in there like, man. I told you the story about the when I went to the wrong funeral.
You went to the wrong funeral?
I didn't tell you about that.
Oh, no. God,
That's
no.
funny.
Man, listen, we're gonna say that for you got to be the stupidest. I went to the wrong funeral.
How do you go
Oh
to
my
the
God, how
wrong
did you
funeral?
go?
I went to, we only got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna say that for another show.
Okay,
Because we
all
gotta
right.
bring back you got to be the stupidest. And that was one of the stupidest things I ever done in my life. I went to the wrong funeral.
Somebody said,
That's
thank God I
crazy.
didn't have to go through that problem. That Yes, because it's an issue. It really is an issue.
I got family that's going through an issue now because, you know, my uncle passed and the siblings being on some other stuff. And
Man.
my cousin who I'm tight with, she the youngest out of all the siblings, so they just been
Wow.
it's just crazy. And then I got an uncle who trying to take advantage of my auntie, and she dealing with the death of her husband.
Yes.
And she got an illness now, so like it's just crazy.
That stuff
man.
really make you want to fight somebody.
It do.
It really, because when they
Like,
reached out to
for
me,
real.
it took everything in me
That's
not to
crazy.
say nothing, because it wasn't going to be nice. And I know me. I know my temperament. And I was just like, I'm just going to ignore it. And they didn't say nothing else, but they sure did. Not a week later. And I couldn't believe that. And guess what? I haven't really and that's family, but I haven't talked to them since then.
Since.
No.
They had that agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost came to blows with my uncle being
Yeah.
on some crazy stuff while my dad was sick. I was like, dude, you came over to the crib with some drama?
Yeah.
And my dad's sick?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And all the emotions that you're going through, with this,
Yes,
that, and other, you
and
want to
that's
come
what
with some
people don't
bullshit.
understand. The emotions you're going to lose a loved one. You know, your father. Like me and my dad
Yeah.
are super close. I'm his
Yeah.
only child. So you coming to me about something that's irrelevant to me right now. I could care less about that.
And
Why
not even
you care
coming
about
to
it?
you with some type of sympathy, like, you know, hey, you know, you need anything, and you just jumping straight to, I know you.
I know he's still. I know he's still. I said, you know, and I had to read it like 3 times because I digest this crap sugar, and I started to, you know, you be so quick to just respond,
Yeah.
but I was like, no, and that actually taught me just to let some things you just let go.
You gotta let go,
Because if
man.
I would have addressed that, yeah, I might not be on the Q and She show.
Somebody got to get it.
So, yeah, somebody
Man.
gotta get it.
Well, listen, man. She and I, and Bull, well, he didn't say yes yet, but I'm sure he's going to say yes. We eventually we coming up. We're gonna have an appreciation party. You know, we got to set our dates and everything. We got to look for the venue, get it, because we want to show appreciation for our viewers, and you know, thank y'all for being with us. You know, for thus far.
Yes,
You
and
know
our
what I mean?
guests.
And our guests and
Yes.
everything. Yeah, all our guests. We want to. So we get it together, and we're going to post a date coming soon to where you guys can come check us out. And we probably, if we can, we'd be taping the show live that day.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yes.
And Boog, because, Boog, he a DJ.
Well, since he said I'm so controlling, he will be there.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's what we do.
That's what we doing tonight. Well, he said I'm controlling. He said, you remember the show? She's controlling. I said, oh, okay.
You are.
Well, I'm going to control this situation.
She's
you there.
She's dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a straightforward person. I'm not bossy.
You bossy and controlling.
Say straightforward.
I'm just straightforward. I speak my mind. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
All bosses say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we be good. We be good.
He can say nothing.
Right.
He can't say nothing.
Hey, it's always got to be somebody that
Everybody
takes the
that's
lead.
tuning in.
Okay, somebody got to
All of
take
y'all
the
tell
lead.
Sheila the truth.
Man.
Tell her the
She
truth.
is. Yeah, she is.
Tell her she need to accept what is.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Accept
when
what is.
When it's two or more people saying the same thing about you, pretty much that's what it is.
Some people conspire against you. That's what that is. You know what? If I started off, y'all, it was just Q. Q used to come at me. I'm used to Q. But when Bug hit me, he was like, I got, he gut punched me. Like,
I ain't hit you none today. None. Then you got to think back. If you got to think back, that means I didn't do it.
He ain't do nothing.
I ain't do nothing.
He ain't say nothing.
So once
Wow.
and for me,
I like picking with Sheila, y'all.
yeah.
That's okay. That's all right.
This will be my last broadcast, man, on Facebook Live. So,
Yes.
Just letting y'all know, I will be promoting that this week. We're going to our other show. Our show coming up this Thursday, next Thursday.
Right.
This will be the last show that we do Facebook Live because we want to get you guys to go over to the actual site,
The dinner table.
the dinner table page, so you can see us in the split screen and more professional look, and we can promote it. And and
we can answer our questions from there. So if you have questions, because sometimes we don't see the questions on here, so we can both see them. So that way, it shouldn't be any questions getting missed. So please follow us, the dinner table with Q and She. It's on Facebook, so all you got to do is go to the dinner table, and we're going to start having our live on there.
Absolutely. And shout out to the people that's on the site now, and the people that has continued to be on the site and checked us out and split screen and caption. You can you can hear the music, you can hear the call-ins, you can hear everything, man. So it's just a better look. So I will be promoting that this week. So then the people that didn't get a chance to look at this right now and may not go back to look at it, they'll get the promotion this week, saying that me and She are going to actually be broadcasting from the dinner table page.
Yes.
Yes. So we appreciate everything. And the date, once we do our homework, research, everything's going on for the appreciation party, that's going to be really nice. It's going to be really nice, man, because we're trying to take the dinner table to another level, as far as being connected with our viewers.
Yes.
So, hey.
We're very transparent. We keep it very real.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching and enjoying us. We get a lot of feedback, and we do what we love to do. So thank you for supporting us, the dinner table with Q and She. We've been on at it for a year this time. We were off and on, but we back at it. Been almost a year, so.
Now, you didn't mention last week, and we only got a couple more minutes. You didn't mention last week, and you kind of broke out the structure of what we usually do. So I'm going to say that this week that we end this show with what we got going on.
Ooh, I got something big in the making going on. It won't be out till next year, so I'm going to wait till we get a little closer to it, but I'm so excited. God is really amazing.
What are you saying for it?
Well, I just want to, because I'm excited about it, but you know me, I'm kind of laid back for the most part. I put stuff out here and there. But let me say this. I want to encourage anybody. Even if you did something and it failed before, don't give up. Keep going at it, because that might not have been a time, but then it may come back and resurface, and before you know, it's something that you wanted to do and it flourished or it manifests. So everybody on my page, Q page, never give up. Stick with your dreams. Stick with what you believe in, because I'm telling you, I know, I'm a witness, it will manifest. And that's it.
Okay. Well, hey, what's going on, Shamir? I want to go back and look at, so this is the last time on Facebook Live, I want to go back and scroll and say, because somebody mentioned last week we don't acknowledge, our viewers. But when we do our show, we kind of be off into our interviews and stuff like that, man, when time go by. So that way now, when you come on the site, you can see us and you can talk to us, and we'll be able to acknowledge everyone. But for myself, I have Probably about like 3 movies dropping before the year is out.
Yes, cute.
I have one that's November 22nd. That's going to be on Tubi, and that's Asbury Park. Ken Williams, Ken Williams Asbury Park that I did last year. So it's dropping on Tubi November 22nd, and that'll be a birthday gift for me. My birthday November 15th, so that'll be a gift for me. And then we got Black Lives also by Ken Williams. I got a small role on that, but no role is a small role. It's as big as you make it.
That's right.
Then we just finished A Family Divided, Renika McQueen, directed by Kamal Smith. That should be dropping first part of 22. And then Power and Money. Power and Money will be out pretty soon. That's busy. So Power and Money, man, check me out on that, man. You're gonna be like, damn, Q, you was clowning.
What about the one? Well, you did give us some details, but it's this time of year for the Halloween kind of.
Oh, you know what? No, it's been pushed back. It won't drop probably until 2022 sometime.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to speak on it, but it's my lead role. I want to speak on it, but
look at that.
I can't speak on it right now. They getting it together, putting the trailer together, and everything. I want to say shout out to Dennis Reed too, man, because he is now a part of Homestead Entertainment that's distributing these independent film, and I forgot his title, but he is a part of that movement to push the independent film, not just here in Detroit, but just all over. So shout out to Dennis Reed, man, who makes great independent films.
And shout out to you. You know what, y'all? Q is an amazing actor. And then y'all can see, even on our show, he's so passionate. He gets into what he's doing. He does that with his acting. Yeah. So shout out to you. I'm very proud of you.
Man, I appreciate it. And one more shout out too before we get up out of here. Shout out to Elbow and Zoe, Bozo Entertainment. They had the show that was over on 9 Mile a Mile. Shout out to everybody seen my video. I did a little video in the kitchen dancing before that was my little tune up before I went to the show. But we got down. It was a very grown event. So I just want to say shout out to Bozo Entertainment. Shout out to Dave Bishop that came out, Joe Blankenship, RJ Blaze. It was a lot of heavy hitters in there. Shout out to DJ Cuts and DJ Gert, man. We kept the party going, man. Hey.
And they're doing something there tomorrow, their comedy show.
Yep, the comedy show.
Yes,
comedy
so
show.
I'm going to put that on my page as well. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, great day night, come out, see the comedy show. That's
Bozo Entertainment, man. That's tomorrow. Shout out to my dude, Chucky Bell. Chucky Bell got a birthday party tomorrow at the DRMM Hall over there I think it's on Forest, over there on the east side. So shout out to Chucky Bell. You got, it's so much stuff coming up, man. So we want to thank y'all, man, for tuning in to another show. Like I said, this will be the last show that we do on Facebook Live. You have to actually go to the page, the Dinner Table with Q and She, and you can pick us up there. We'll be doing that from this point on. And
still on Facebook, but just from our Facebook page. We have a page. So follow our page, like our page, and then follow us on there.
That's right. So once again, 7 o'clock every Thursday is the Dinner Table with Q and She. My man Boog, engineer, man, do his thing, man. Shout out to everybody that was watching. So we out of here.
Yes, peace. Have a wonderful night.
Bye.